Have you ever felt lost, not knowing what to play, and wondering which games are truly worth your time? With so many options out there, it's easy to get overwhelmed by all the new releases. But what if I told you there are games that not only stand out but leave a lasting impression? I'm talking about those titles everyone should experience at least once. In this list, you'll discover 20 legendary games that, in my opinion, are must-plays. Whether you're a gaming veteran or someone looking for new adventures, get ready to find titles that might just become your next favorites. This is Jax, and if you're new here, welcome to the Play Hunters channel. I bring you daily content so you don't miss any details from the gaming universe. And if you can subscribe to help me grow, I'd be thrilled, gamer to gamer. The first game today is Mafia Definitive Edition, a remake that captures the essence of classic gangster genres. Set in a fictional city in the 1930s, it delivers a cinematic experience worthy of the best gangster films. The gameplay is smooth, mixing intense car chases with thrilling shootouts. As you explore the environment, it's easy to feel like part of this world, where every corner seems to hide a new plot or lurking danger. If you enjoy deep, engaging stories, this is one of those games that will grab your attention from start to finish. The sense of immersion is impressive. Walking through the vibrant streets, with a soundtrack that transports you back in time, makes every mission feel like a true spectacle. The narrative is a masterpiece on its own, filled with twists and turns that keep you hooked all the way through. And, of course, the attention to detail in recreating the 1930s is jaw-dropping, offering a level of realism that few games can match. Beyond being a visual treat, the gameplay strikes a perfect balance between action and strategy. Every decision counts, and you need to think quickly to get out of the most dangerous situations. The mix of driving, exploration, and combat creates a dynamic that makes time fly as you play. Without a doubt, it's an excellent choice for anyone who wants to get lost in a crime and power story that only a good video game can provide. Next up, we have Persona 5 Royal, an expanded version of the already acclaimed title in the series. This game is a true masterpiece, combining RPG elements with an engaging narrative and captivating characters. The gameplay experience is deep, offering hours of exploration through Tokyo, mixed with strategic turn-based battles that challenge the player's creativity. The story unfolds in a unique way, immersing players in the dual lives of the characters, where decisions inside and outside of combat can change the course of everything. The distinctive aesthetic of this title is a spectacle in itself, with a visual style that blends vibrant colors and anime-worthy animations. Every scene becomes its own show. Moreover, the combat system is an intelligent combination of strategy and action, keeping players constantly engaged. The dungeons, known as palaces, offer rich and surprise-filled exploration, providing challenges worthy of any player. What truly makes this title shine is its ability to involve the player in a dense narrative while allowing deep character development. The social interactions that occur outside of battles are just as significant as the fights themselves, creating a perfect symbiosis between everyday life and supernatural elements. It's no wonder this game is considered one of the best in its genre, a true gem for those who love RPGs with originality and depth. Continuing, we have Outer Wilds, a unique adventure that challenges your curiosity and creativity. This title places the player in the role of a space explorer in a universe full of mysteries. The big difference here is the total freedom to investigate whatever you want in the order you choose. With a mechanic based on a time loop, each exploration reveals new secrets and stories, making the gaming experience fascinating and unexpected with each new attempt. It's like reading a science fiction book, but with the ability to shape the narrative according to your discoveries. The visuals of this game are both charming and enigmatic, with planets and environments that change and evolve as you progress. Exploration is rewarding, and the sense of discovery is constant. In every corner of this peculiar universe, there's something new to find, whether it's an ancient ruin or a cosmic anomaly. The game's universe is alive, breathing its own story that's just waiting to be uncovered. For those looking for something different and intellectually stimulating, this is one of the best games you can play. Next, we have Uncharted 4, one of the most iconic games of the last decade, taking the player on an epic journey around the world in search of lost treasures. This title stands out for its cinematic narrative and the quality of its action scenes, making the player feel like they're part of a real adventure film. Every setting is meticulously crafted to deliver breathtaking moments, whether scaling treacherous mountains or battling enemies in ancient ruins. It's a game that keeps you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. The gameplay is flawless, combining intense shootouts, clever puzzles, and parkour sequences that flow naturally. The level design is not only visually impressive, but also offers multiple approaches, encouraging exploration. The interaction between characters is also a strong point, with dialogues full of humor and emotion that bring the story to life. All these elements come together to create an experience that is both engaging and fun. The soundtrack and sound design are so well crafted that you feel truly immersed in every location you visit. From dense jungles to historic cities, each environment is so detailed it feels tangible. For those who enjoy games that blend action, narrative, and exploration into one cohesive and thrilling package, this is a choice that should not be missing from your game collection. Next, we have Mad Max, a true ode to chaos in a post-apocalyptic world ruled by violence and the law of the strongest. Based on the universe of the films, this game puts the player in the shoes of a lone survivor seeking revenge and redemption. The experience here is brutal and immersive, with vehicular combat being the standout feature. Every battle on wheels is a spectacle of destruction, where your skill in driving and customizing your car can make all the difference between life and death. The game's setting is desolate yet fascinating. The vast dunes and ruins of a shattered world are filled with dangers and opportunities, encouraging exploration. The quest for resources to upgrade your vehicle and survive in this hostile environment adds a strategic layer to the gameplay. The constant feeling of being on the brink of collapse, whether due to a lack of fuel or ammunition, makes every decision even more tense and engaging. The highlight of Mad Max is the sense of freedom in a world without hope. The narrative is delivered subtly, with the story unfolding as you explore and encounter other survivors. The hand-to-hand combat is visceral and satisfying, complementing the intense action on four wheels. For those looking for a game that mixes action, exploration, and a unique environment, this is undoubtedly an excellent choice to get lost in for hours on end. Moving on, we have one of my favorite games, The Witcher 3, one of the most acclaimed games of all time, which redefined the RPG genre with its vast open world and deep narrative. Here, the player takes on the role of a monster hunter on an epic journey that combines a captivating main plot with numerous side quests, all rich in detail and consequence. The immersion is total, with every choice you make shaping the fate of the characters and the world around you. Playing this title is like getting lost in a fantasy book that comes to life with every step you take. The setting of this game is absolutely stunning. From dense forests to ruined cities, every location is full of details that make the world incredibly real. The gameplay blends intense combat with magic and strategy, requiring both quick reflexes and careful planning from the player. The interaction with the world's inhabitants is so rich that you truly feel part of that universe, where every dialogue can open new possibilities or close doors forever. What really makes this game shine is its ability to tell stories in such an immersive and impactful way. The quests often present complex moral dilemmas, and the consequences of your actions are felt throughout the entire game. For those seeking an RPG that not only offers hours of entertainment, but also makes you reflect on your choices, this is undoubtedly one of the best games to dive into. Next, we have The Evil Within, a game that plunges the player into a psychological nightmare full of scares and tension. This game is a true love letter to survival horror fans, combining an oppressive atmosphere with a story full of twists. The experience is intense, with moments of pure terror where danger can strike at any moment, making every dark corridor and every shadow a constant threat. The gameplay is challenging, requiring the player to carefully manage resources while facing grotesque creatures and solving disturbing puzzles. The sense of vulnerability is palpable, especially when bullets start running low and the only option is to flee or improvise a way to survive. The macabre setting and distorted visuals help create an atmosphere where fear is constant, keeping the player on edge throughout the journey. The standout feature is how it blends classic horror elements with modern mechanics, providing an experience that captures the best of the genre while bringing in new ideas. For horror game fans, this is a choice that will leave you breathless. In 8th place, we have Alan Wake 2, a game that immerses the player in a dense and mysterious plot, where darkness is both an enemy and a narrative tool. This long-awaited sequel takes the player into a world where reality and fiction intertwine in disturbing ways. The dark atmosphere is the game's strong point, creating a constant sense of tension, where every shadow seems to hide something dangerous. The story unfolds non-linearly, with moments that explore fear and paranoia in creative and surprising ways. The gameplay focuses on exploration and light-based combat, where flashlights and other light sources become your primary weapons against supernatural threats. This concept of light versus darkness is central, both to the game mechanics and the narrative, making every encounter with the enemy a tense and strategic battle. The environments are rich in detail, creating total immersion where every setting seems to tell part of the story. What makes this game memorable is its ability to combine elements of psychological suspense with an engaging narrative that challenges the player to question what is real and what is not. The tension remains high throughout, with twists that keep the player constantly intrigued and eager for the next turn of events. For those who appreciate a good story wrapped in mystery and horror, this is an experience not to be missed. In 9th place, we have a game that couldn't be left out, Red Dead Redemption 2, which redefined the concept of open-world gaming by delivering an immersive and detailed experience of the Wild West. This Rockstar masterpiece puts players in the shoes of an outlaw in a time of the American West decline. The narrative is deep and nuanced, exploring themes like loyalty, morality, and survival. Every interaction in the game, whether with the environment or characters, contributes to building a rich and engaging story where each decision can have significant consequences. The level of detail is simply astonishing. From the vast and breathtaking landscapes to the small gestures of the characters, everything in the game is meticulously designed to create a sense of realism and immersion. The gameplay is varied, offering everything from intense shootouts to moments of pure contemplation as you ride across the vast plains. For those seeking a complete and immersive experience, this is a game that should not be missing from your collection. Another Rockstar game that must be on this list is GTA 5, a title that needs no introduction, being one of the biggest successes in the gaming world and a true cultural phenomenon. This game takes players to the streets of Los Santos, a fictional city inspired by Los Angeles, where three very different characters have their stories intertwined in a plot full of action, humor, and social commentary. The freedom offered to players is immense, allowing them to explore the city, complete missions, or simply cause the chaos that is the series' trademark. The gameplay is varied and fun, mixing shootouts, car chases, and elaborate missions that keep the game's pace interesting. Additionally, the transition between the three protagonists adds an extra layer of dynamism, allowing players to experience different perspectives of the story in real time. The open world is one of the most detailed and lively ever created, with a huge amount of activities to undertake and places to explore. What makes this game a true classic is the combination of an engaging narrative with varied gameplay and an open world that seems to breathe on its own. Whether through the main campaign or the online mode, which remains active and vibrant to this day, GTA 5 offers a rich and inexhaustible experience, ensuring that every time you play, there's something new to discover. For those looking for a game that offers countless hours of fun, this is an essential choice. In 10th place, we have Atomic Heart, a game that mixes science fiction with horror elements in an alternate Soviet Union setting. This title transports players to a strange and distorted universe where scientific experiments have gone awry, resulting in technological aberrations and terrifying creatures. The atmosphere is tense and surreal, creating a constant sense of discomfort and curiosity, where every corner hides something unexpected. The gameplay combines frenetic shooting with RPG elements, allowing players to adapt their skills and arsenal as they progress. The enemies are challenging and varied, requiring different strategies to defeat them. The game's sound design and visuals contribute to an immersive and often disturbing experience, where the player is constantly confronted with the unknown. Exploration is rewarding, with secrets and details that enrich the narrative. The most fascinating aspect of this game is its ability to create total immersion, blending horror and science fiction in a way that makes every moment in the game an unsettling discovery. The story is engaging and full of mysteries, leading players to question the line between science and madness. For those seeking a different experience with a mix of action, suspense, and an engaging narrative, this is a game that deserves attention. In 11th place, we have Star Wars Jedi Survivor, a game that transports players to a galaxy far, far away, where the fight for survival is constant. In this title, the experience is both an epic adventure and a personal journey, exploring the challenges faced by one of the last Jedi in a universe dominated by the Empire. The game masterfully balances intense action with a rich narrative, offering players deep immersion into the Star Wars universe. The gameplay is smooth and engaging, with lightsaber combat that requires skill and strategy. Additionally, exploring different planets offers a variety of environments and challenges, each with its own atmosphere and secrets to uncover. The interaction with the environment and characters is so detailed that it makes players feel truly part of this vast universe. What really captivates in this game is how it combines the grandeur of the Star Wars universe with an intimate narrative centered on the protagonist's survival and personal growth. The story, full of twists and emotional moments, makes this a must-play for Star Wars fans and action game enthusiasts alike. It's an experience that goes beyond entertainment, offering reflections on courage, resilience, and the fight for what's right. Next, we have Lost Judgment, a game that combines investigation, action, and drama in an intense narrative full of twists and turns. In this sequel to the acclaimed Judgment, players take on the role of a private detective in a plot that tackles complex social issues, such as bullying and justice, delving deep into the Japanese legal system. The story is engaging and keeps players hooked from the very first moment, offering a rich experience filled with detail and emotion. The gameplay is a mix of investigation and combat, where players need to gather evidence, solve mysteries, and, of course, face enemies in dynamic and stylish fights. The game's setting, which takes place in a detailed recreation of Japanese urban districts, adds an extra level of immersion, allowing players to explore every corner in search of clues or simply enjoy the vibrant nightlife. The variety of side missions and activities complements the experience, ensuring there's always something new to do. What makes this game particularly interesting is its ability to balance action and narrative seamlessly, making players feel truly part of a complex and emotionally charged investigation, creating a game that not only entertains, but also provokes thought. In 14th place, we have Wolfenstein 2, a game that continues the iconic saga of resistance against an oppressive regime in a dystopian world dominated by totalitarian forces. In this title, players find themselves in the midst of a bold and provocative narrative where the fight for freedom is brutal and unyielding. The story is intense, filled with relentless action and tense moments that keep players engaged from beginning to end. The gameplay focuses on fast-paced and visceral combat, where every weapon and ability must be used with precision to survive the confrontations against hordes of enemies. Additionally, the game offers a variety of settings, ranging from destroyed cities to heavily fortified military bases, each requiring a different tactical approach. The atmosphere is immersive and detailed, perfectly capturing the grim mood of a world where resistance is humanity's last hope. Unlike many shooters, this game doesn't settle for just being a visual spectacle. It delivers a story that resonates, challenging players to think about the horrors of war and the fight for freedom. The intensity of the plot, combined with the frenetic pace of the battles, creates an experience that is both visceral and intellectually stimulating. For those looking for more than just frantic action, this game offers a rare depth, making it an indispensable addition to any fan's collection of games with robust and well-crafted content. In 15th place, we have Bulletstorm, a game that takes an irreverent and over-the-top approach to the first-person shooter genre. This title stands out for its frantic and creative gameplay, where players are encouraged to eliminate enemies in the most spectacular and innovative ways possible. The story follows a group of mercenaries on a quest for revenge, but it's the relentless action and sharp humor that really capture attention and make the experience so memorable. The game's central mechanic revolves around the skill shot system, where players are rewarded for defeating enemies in creative ways, such as throwing them into spikes or electrocuting them using the environment. This element turns every combat encounter into a true playground of destruction, encouraging experimentation and intelligent use of the tools at your disposal. Additionally, the environments are rich in detail and offer multiple opportunities for explosive interactions, keeping the game's pace exciting. What truly sets this game apart is its combination of unapologetic humor with intense and creative action. Instead of taking itself too seriously, the game embraces the absurd and offers an experience that is both fun and satisfying. For those looking to break away from the usual shooter pattern and dive into a journey where fun is the priority, this is the ideal game to play and replay, always discovering new ways to cause chaos. In 16th place, we have Enslaved Odyssey to the West, a game that offers a modern and unique retelling of the classic Chinese tale Journey to the West, combining action and narrative in an epic journey through a post-apocalyptic world. In this title, players follow two main characters who must work together to survive in a hostile environment filled with dangerous machines and devastated landscapes. The story is deeply engaging, exploring themes of companionship and survival as the protagonists face challenges that test their strength and intelligence. The game's approach to the Journey to the West tale is unique, bringing the mythical elements of the legend into a futuristic and desolate setting, without losing the essence of the original story. This same legend has inspired other games like the highly anticipated Wukong, but Enslaved shines in how it reinterprets the characters and narrative for a new generation, offering an experience that is both familiar and innovative. The gameplay combines melee combat and exploration, with an emphasis on cooperation between characters, which is crucial to overcoming obstacles. This game stands out for how it reimagines a classic tale, keeping players captivated by both the action and the depth of the story. The connection between the characters drives the narrative, and as the plot advances, players find themselves increasingly immersed in their journeys and challenges. For those looking for a rich and engaging narrative paired with solid gameplay, this game offers an unforgettable experience, rooted in one of the greatest legends of Eastern literature. Next, we have Metal Gear Rising, a game that breaks away from the classic Metal Gear series conventions by focusing on fast-paced action and melee combat. This title puts players in control of a cyborg ninja in a futuristic world where speed and precision are essential for survival. The narrative, while different from the traditional espionage style of the franchise, is packed with intense moments and memorable boss battles that require skill and strategy. The gameplay is where this game truly shines, with a fluid combat system that allows players to slice through almost any object with pinpoint precision. Battles become a dance of destruction where quick reflexes and split-second decisions are rewarded. Every encounter is an opportunity to explore the vast range of the character's abilities, making each fight unique and satisfying. The environments and soundtrack complement the frenetic action, creating an electrifying atmosphere that keeps players engaged from start to finish. By stepping away from the series' traditional stealth mechanics, Rising offers a radically different but equally engaging experience. The game stands out for its ability to reinvent the franchise's mechanics and style, bringing something new and exciting to fans. For those who enjoy intense action and adrenaline-filled combat, this is a game that should not be overlooked. In 18th place, we have Sifu, a game that stands out for its unique approach to melee combat, inspired by traditional martial arts. In this journey, players take on the role of a young kung fu student seeking revenge against those who destroyed their family. The standout feature is the aging system. Each time the character dies, they return older, but also more experienced. But time takes its toll, making the journey a meditation on the pursuit of revenge and the cost of violence. For those seeking a challenge that goes beyond simple combat, this is an excellent choice. In 19th place, we have Spider-Man 2, a game that once again lets players don the mantle of Marvel's iconic hero, exploring the vast city of New York with unprecedented freedom. The narrative is engaging, introducing new challenges and villains while the protagonist must balance his personal life with the responsibilities of being a superhero. The sensation of swinging between skyscrapers is thrilling and incredibly fluid, offering an experience that perfectly captures the essence of the character. The gameplay is refined, with dynamic combat that allows players to use a variety of skills and gadgets. The exploration of the city is encouraged, with numerous side missions and activities that keep players constantly engaged. Additionally, the level of detail in the recreation of New York is impressive, making every corner of the city feel alive and full of opportunities for the hero to act. For fans of superheroes, or those simply looking for an action game with a strong story and fluid gameplay, this is a choice that cannot be ignored. Next, we have Infamous Second Son, a game that puts players in the role of a superhero with impressive abilities in a world where superpowers are both a blessing and a curse. The narrative follows the journey of a young man discovering his powers and having to decide how to use them in a setting where his actions have real consequences. The freedom of choice is one of the game's strengths, allowing players to determine whether their character will be a benevolent hero or a force of destruction. The gameplay is dynamic and fluid, with electrifying combat and an exploration system that allows players to move through the city of Seattle with agility. The protagonist's special abilities can be upgraded and customized throughout the game, offering a variety of ways to tackle challenges. Every decision made by the player influences the story and character development, creating an experience that is both personal and engaging. For those seeking an action game with depth and significant consequences, this offers a journey that is both intense and reflective. So, have you played any of these 20 legendary games? I'd love to hear about your experience. Leave a comment to let me know which of these titles have captured your heart and what you thought of them. And if you felt like there's a game missing from the list, don't hesitate to share your recommendations. I'm always keeping an eye on your suggestions. And who knows, your favorite game might appear in the next video. Also, be sure to subscribe to the Play Hunters channel and activate notifications so you stay on top of everything happening in the gaming world and don't miss any updates. I'm leaving a video in the card that I'm sure you'll enjoy. Just click to watch. Take care and see you tomorrow.